A fun fact about me is that I'm really good at finding four-leaf clovers. I have been ever since I was a little kid. I used to be proud of this, like it meant I had some kind of fairy magic, but kids can be jealous and weird, and I learned pretty quickly to pretend that four-leaf clovers were as rare for me as they seem to be for everybody else, lest I get singled out and, bullied. I think sometimes when there's something that's benignly unusual about you, people just don't really know how to read that, and so they just project a lot of their own stuff onto you, and you have no control over whether what they're projecting is good or bad. This kind of thing is why I have complicated feelings about the concept of luck. It often seems like just another form of projection. Once, when I was in my 20s, I lived in this really sketchy apartment on top of a pharmacy in Vancouver's downtown east side. And while I was living there, a shop on the same block blew up in the middle of the night. The owners were in debt, and they thought that if they set fire to their store, they could cash in on their insurance policy, but they accidentally caused a massive explosion which killed one of them. I was awake at 2 a.m. talking to my inappropriately older boyfriend on Skype when I heard a massive bang that shook everything around me, and I went outside to see that the entire street was just flooded with smoke. And I didn't know what had happened, so for about an hour I thought that World War III had broken out and my street had been bombed, which made no sense, but was somehow the most rational conclusion my brain could arrive at in its shell-shocked state. But later, I told my mom about the incident, and she went off on this rant about how lucky I am, how I've always been charmed and spiritually protected from harm somehow. She was like, just think of how lucky it was that the explosion didn't damage your apartment or hurt you. You've always been so lucky like that. You always escape dangerous situations without getting hurt. And at the time, I didn't say this, but I remember very clearly having the thought that I did not feel lucky to continually be getting into and having to extricate myself from dangerous situations. If my neighbors explode in the middle of the night, am I unlucky to be the person next door to the explosion, or am I lucky that the explosion didn't blow me up too? Am I lucky that four-leaf clovers jump out at me, or am I unlucky that I see the field of clover differently from everybody else? I guess it's all just a matter of perspective, but I think about it sometimes. And I still look for four-leaf clovers pretty much whenever I'm outside.